Si quelqu'un dans cette assemblée pense qu'on devient homosexuel parce qu'on a regardé la télé, si quelqu'un pense qu'il est devenu homosexuel parce qu'il a écouté une chanson, vous prouve qu'il n'a rien compris. Le plus dur pour un homosexuel, c'est de s'accepter soi-même.
Today, we're diving into a fascinating and important topic: 10 LGBTQ presidents and political leaders who have shattered barriers and paved the way for future leaders. From historic firsts to current leaders making waves in politics, these individuals are not only changing the narrative on LGBTQ rights, but also on what it means to be a leader in today's world. Our first leader is Elio Di Rupo, who made history in 2011 as Belgium's first openly gay prime minister. Di Rupo's election was groundbreaking, not just because he was openly gay, but because he represented a shift in global politics, showing that LGBTQ individuals could lead nations. He became the head of Belgium's government during a period of political instability, and under his leadership, Belgium saw key reforms in areas like economic recovery and social policies. Di Rupo's presence in office was a significant step forward for LGBTQ representation at the highest levels of government. Next up is Johanna Sigurdardóttir, who made history as the first openly gay head of state in the world. She served as Prime Minister of Iceland from 2009 to 2013, and her election was a major milestone for LGBTQ rights on a global scale. Sigurdardóttir not only broke barriers in terms of her sexual orientation, but also became known for her progressive policies on social issues. During her tenure, she advocated for women's rights, LGBT rights, and helped guide Iceland through the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. Leo Varadkar is another major figure in LGBTQ politics. In 2017, Varadkar became the Taoiseach, Prime Minister of Ireland, making him not only the youngest Taoiseach in history, but also the first openly gay person to hold the position. Varadkar's election was significant for Ireland, a country that had only recently legalized same-sex marriage. His victory was a symbol of Ireland's transformation into a more progressive nation. Throughout his leadership, he championed LGBT rights, including promoting equality in healthcare and labor. Moving to the United States, we can't forget Pete Buttigieg, who made history as the first openly gay man to run for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2020.
When it came to professional setbacks, I had to wonder whether just acknowledging who I was going to be the ultimate career-ending professional setback.
While he didn't win the Democratic nomination, Buttigieg's campaign represented a major milestone in U.S. politics. He was a young, openly gay candidate who was able to gain serious traction, especially in early primary states. His candidacy helped normalize the idea of an openly LGBTQ person running for the highest office in the land. Today, Pete Buttigieg serves as the Secretary of Transportation under President Joe Biden, and his influence continues to be felt on both a national and global scale. Now, let's talk about Alexander Kwaśniewski, who was the president of Poland from 1995 to 2005. While not openly LGBTQ during his presidency, Kwaśniewski's policies on LGBTQ rights were groundbreaking for Poland at the time. Kwaśniewski played an important role in pushing Poland toward greater acceptance of LGBTQ people. Even though the country has remained largely conservative, his support for LGBTQ rights, including same-sex civil unions, marked a significant step for the country during his presidency. Next is Xavier Bettel, the openly gay Prime Minister of Luxembourg.
Si quelqu'un dans cette assemblée pense qu'on devient homosexuel parce qu'on a regardé la télé, si quelqu'un pense qu'il est devenu homosexuel parce qu'il a écouté une chanson, vous prouve qu'il n'a rien compris. Le plus dur pour un homosexuel, c'est de s'accepter soi-même.
Who has held office since 2013. Bettel is one of the few openly gay heads of government in the world, and under his leadership, Luxembourg became one of the first countries to legalize same-sex marriage in 2014. Bettel's stance on LGBTQ+ rights has been unwavering, and he's an outspoken advocate for equality across Europe. His leadership is an example of how a small country can lead by example when it comes to progressive policies on LGBTQ+ rights. Guatemala's Sandra Torres, although not the president, became an influential figure in Central American politics as one of the first openly LGBTQ+ politicians to run for the presidency. Although she didn't win, her candidacy broke down barriers and opened doors for LGBTQ+ candidates in the region. Her candidacy, while unsuccessful, was a turning point for LGBTQ+ acceptance in politics, especially in a region known for its conservative views on gender and sexuality. From the Pacific Islands, we have Hilda Heine, the first female president of the Marshall Islands, who has been a strong ally to LGBTQ+ communities. While Heine herself has not openly identified as LGBTQ+, her progressive stance and support for LGBTQ+ rights have made her a crucial ally in the region. Heine has been an advocate for gender equality and worked to ensure that LGBTQ+ individuals in the Pacific Islands are treated with dignity and respect, which is vital in regions where LGBTQ+ acceptance is still a long way off. Looking ahead, there's no doubt that LGBTQ+ representation in leadership will continue to grow. More LGBTQ+ politicians are running for office, becoming leaders, and making an impact on the global stage. Whether it's in the US, Europe, or other parts of the world, the future of LGBTQ+ leadership is bright. The barriers to LGBTQ+ leadership are being broken down every day, and soon we may see an openly LGBTQ+ president in even more countries. The next step is ensuring that LGBTQ+ individuals can freely run for office without facing discrimination or barriers based on their identities. So, to wrap up, these 10 leaders have made a profound impact on both LGBTQ+ rights and the political landscape. Their courage, dedication, and commitment to equality are transforming governments and societies around the world. We can look forward to even more LGBTQ+ leaders stepping into powerful positions as we continue to fight for equal rights and representation. If you found this video insightful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Who do you think will be the next LGBTQ+ president? Or do you have any leaders we should know about? Drop your comments below, and let's keep this important conversation going. Until next time, stay informed, stay proud, and keep fighting for equality.